LAUDEN Golf Adventures, Jim Laudenslager. This is our new series called Intel Grip Series, where we get to know everything about all three components of a golf club. The first one we're going to talk about is grips. And our first level is the texture of the grip. You basically have four different grips here. The first one is called a wrap grip. The second one is a velvet. The third is a cord. And the last one is an elastomer. The most common one is the wrap grip. If you don't have a preference, go to a wrap grip. It's going to last 4 years. A lot of guys on tour use the velvet grip. It's kind of perforated a little bit. And the cord grip is best suited for someone that has a high perspiration rate. You play in a high humidity climate. So it's a little bit rougher. It's rougher on the hands, but it has that higher friction ratio. And the last one, of course, is the elastomer. This is very popular on tour. This is the Wind Grip Dry Tech. And what we're looking at here is a special compound that has a looser polymer to it. So it's very soft. A little drawback with the wind grips, they have a tendency only to last 1 season. They do feel great to your hands. And if you leave them on in the hot weather, they will melt. So the other grips have a higher durability. Now, which one's best for you? Don't let your club fitter tell you what's best. Feel them, see what you think of them. Our next big one is ribbing versus round. You know, in the old days, when I worked on tour in the 70s, everybody from the 70s up to about 85 always would require their grips to be ribbed. And what does that mean? There's a slight ridge that runs the back of the golf club. And that allows you to set your hands the same way without actually looking. So it's a feel. With the ribbing, it allows a little bit faster, stronger, and more accurate release in your third gear as you release the golf club. So we highly recommend that. If you look at most of the clubs today, there are not ribbed. So we're taking a look at a brand new Titleist, and you'll see that they've put a round grip on it. It's not ribbed. So always ask for your clubs to be ribbed for your swinging grips, and the round grips go on the wedges, so you can do some more finesse work. Open it up, shut it down a little bit. Now, if you're wondering which is best, you can always have one grip ribbed on your clubs and see if it doesn't allow you to have a little bit squarer, stronger release. Third point is the size of the grip. Here we're looking at some sizes here. A standard size runs about like that. Of course, we have undersized for the ladies. Then you have a mid-size grip. Then you have an oversized grip. And then you have a jumbo grip. It gets really big. Now, which is best for you? Well, the old way of saying the larger the grip, the less hand release is somewhat true, but we found with our clients that some of our clients, when they go to a larger grip, they hold the club a little bit softer in their hands and they actually get a little bit faster, stronger release. So again, it kind of goes to the hand size, it kind of goes to how strong your wrists are. What we recommend is trying a mid-sized grip, maybe trying an oversized grip and see how it works. Just do one club and then you can figure it out and get all your clubs done that way. That's point number 3. Number 4 is the weight of the grip. This is where some people really make a mistake. So let's say they find that a larger grip really helps them with the release of the golf club and it's more stable throughout the swing. Well, you have to understand that most of the larger grips are actually a higher gram. Your grams go from 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and we actually did an NBA grip that was 125 grams at 1.25 inches on the butt. So when you get a larger grip, it's usually a higher gram. It's a seesaw effect that takes the swing weight out of the head of the club. So you have to re-swing weight your clubs if you're going over a standard 65 gram grip. So if you're putting an 80 gram grip on, you're going to have to re-swing weight the head. So sort of lead tape on there. You could do it internally too. The 5th point is the taper of the grip. You're looking here at a 7% taper. Then this tapers less at 4%. This becomes even less at 2%, and then we have grips that are completely parallel, non-tapered. So if you're into EQL, equal length golf clubs, or using modified mode, that's a 1/4 inch staircase on your cut, or conventional 1/2 inch cut on your golf clubs, your irons. The lower taper goes with the less cut. So if you're using EQL, natural golf, it's highly recommended you go with a completely parallel grip. That allows both hands to react the same, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to swing all your clubs on the same plane of 62.5 degrees to hit dead straight shots. If you want to work the ball a little bit more, then you want more taper in your grip. So remember, taper is important. In fact, Golf Pride just came out with one called the 4 Plus. That actually meant that there's 4 extra wraps under the right hand, like most of the players out there. Bill Kratzer did that, Arnold Palmer did that, so that's where that term came from. But it's not something new. It's been done for a long time. Now, when you install your grips, very important to understand that there are different butt diameters, okay? And if you go to a standard 580 and put on a standard grip, it's going to come out standard size. But if your club fitter forgets that you're using a 600 butt and he puts a 580 standard grip on it, it's going to not come out standard width. It's going to come out mid-size. So the butt diameter, as it gets bigger, stretches the grip out and makes it larger when it's completely on the club. When you put on a grip, make sure that your club fitter is butting all of them so there's no looseness at the top of the golf club. And that will really affect your swing. And make sure that all the grips are the same length. They haven't been stretched or bulked up. So professional installation requires the ribbing, nice butting on the cap, and making sure the grips are not stretched or bulked up. Now that should give you some great insight to grips. And one of the things we pride ourselves on is some specialty grips. We do neon grips. We do a grip that's really cool called a super paddle. And this is bored not down the center of the golf club, it's bored diagonally so that your hands bisect the sweet spot of the club and not the shaft. Also, we do grips that are imprinted with, let's say, $100 bills if you're a big gambler. So there's a lot of specialty grips out there too to take a look at. Colors are very unique, and most importantly is to find your texture, get your ribbing on there, find the taper that's best, make sure that the width is correct, and if you're getting a bigger grip, remember you're going to have to re-swing weight the heads. So this is our new series to tell everybody the important facets of grips, shafts, and heads. Upcoming is the shafts and heads.